We've been down this road before.
Yep, it's easy to forget that you gotta go back in.
Ooh, Midnight Eats, the hunger.
Impatient customers.
They're always impatient. Let's go. 18 points needed.
Ooh, across 6?
What 3 things do you want in your holding station?
Cannoli. Thanks for...
Front and center.
Thanks for telling me to add that to our damn list.
That's true, we went and just bought everything, didn't we?
Yes, you were like, buy it all!
Yeah.
Buy everything!
Kind of at that point where it's just like, you know... We've got this money, we might as well just make it happen.
I don't cook any of these things, that's the answer.
JF Rice.
I mean, JF Rice is the only one there that I'm, like, super happy about. That's a 3. What do you have for things that are points? Bibimbap wasn't terrible, was it? Was it awful?
It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Ooh.
None of this. How about some custom Chinese?
So if we do all 3 pointers, we're good. So give me pork loin, chicken breast.
Well, the problem is that I don't have 3 pointers.
I just...
Like Eggs Benedict? And I can do soup. That's nothing.
Senior tacos.
But yeah, either you're looking at senior tacos.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to just give me like do chicken breast, pork loin, and what was that? Oh man, I guess pot pie.
Which leaves me at Eggs
gonna be
Benedict.
rough. That's gonna be rough.
All right, let's practice an Eggs Benedict round real quick.
Poach an egg. Poach another egg. Poach more eggs.
Ooh. How miserable are you, Eggs Benedict? Or biscuits, some bacon, some eggs.
Well, gourmet is everything.
And rosemary. Oh, that wasn't terrible. Biscuit, bacon.
Did it.
Hollandaise, rosemary. Oh, that's totally fine. We can have that on a menu. Oh, here I gotta maximize this, don't I?
Yeah.
Makes it slightly better for your end, I think.
It does.
You do the cooking, I'll do the driving.
Okay, let's make some JF fried rice. Carrots, peas, eggs. Oh, your deluxe sword. You get everything except... Oh, maybe it was everything. Okay, good. Carrots, peas, and eggs. Like veggie. Let's make some soup.
Ready for the next stop?
Okay, there's a bunch of soup going and whatnot.
Because of course if you're getting Eggs Benedict, you want it gourmet. You want all the things.
Apparently, none of the people I've done it for have. They all want just a Classico. The Tanya X, or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, here we go. Loaded pot pie. I'm going to assume it's everything.
That's true. Oh, veggie pot pie, you're very little things. No potatoes.
Yeah, no potatoes in the veggie pot pie.
Or like a salad without any dressing. Useless.
Wow.
Yikes.
What about people that like salad without dressing, man? I mean, I agree, not the tasty way to go, but... I'm coming! Bacon. Oh, all the things! Classic. Bacon, ham, eggs, hollandaise, chives.
Oh, someone got really mad about something. I was gonna put peas in that pot pie. It would have been not a veggie pot pie.
Maybe it was somebody who got potatoes in their veggie pot pie.
I want rosemary. That's not Canadian eggs Benedict. Oh, that one person. I don't even know what that person was mad about.
No idea.
I think we
Like, I full on acknowledge it's possible that I made them like a pot pie or something and screwed it up. But
25-point menu again. Street Toughs variety pack. Oh, a lot of holding station.
you know, 18 points worth of holding station. Okay,
More or less
let's
the
see what-
same thing.
let's see what you have to
3
deal
or 2
with.
points. Oh, gazpacho me. Oh, gazpacho.
Okay.
And fresh fish. That should give you some point room to wiggle around in.
Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna dosa or chow mein.
Yes. King potato.
Regrettable.
5 points.
Yeah, I could cut it to 4 if you wanted me to. Like, I could replace fresh fish.
I mean, do you want to deal with pulled pork
I
sandwiches?
don't. Yeah, go ahead and do, like, jambalaya lamb chops or jambalaya seafood boil or whatever, you know, those
Look
2
at that,
pointers.
yeah.
Replace my fresh fish with whole cakes. Whole cakes!
Okay.
Oh, someone's making some biscuits for me.
Ben, we just had the Eggs Benedict. It's late for biscuits.
We are nearing the next stop.
Buddy, you're very distracting.
Right? That's why I just do not allow him to sit in my lap while I'm trying to play games.
Coconut milk.
Unless he is going to be real
Cutters,
chill.
Small flowers. Oh boy, we got real excited. Cake, vanilla, cake, vanilla.
Sure.
Cilantro, corn, a flour.
You were the best chef ever. Congratulations.
A tomato?
Banana. Banana. Oh, this gazpacho.
Yeah, it's all going to go off at the same time.
Yeah, I put just wait. Wait on the other half.
Potatoes. Sunflowers.
Wet puree. Beef. It's a very
Ooh,
important
very
cake.
important cake.
Beef.
Get this very important black bean. Dope. Ruined. Yep, sorry. A very important banana cake. My chow mein went bad.
That stopped for like 2 days. People are disappointed.
C'est la vie. It's that point of the game, isn't it? People are just gonna be
Cook served
sad.
delicious. People were disappointed.
Like I said, things were cooked. Some of them might have been delicious. They were served regardless. Hey, cake.
Cake, vanilla cake, vanilla cake.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Guess that's
Balsamic
Pacho.
and some feta.
Keep up the good work. Food truck incoming. Hang on.
Oh.
Did they take out our temperature regulator?
I mean, oh no. Well, sorry.
I mean, whatever.
Undercooked.
It's not like that was the first error of the day. Don't sweat it. Oh, this cake!
Coming off the rails.
Dosas! Gotta get that mint coriander vada curry. Oh, no. Well, that VIP is angry. Oh, mutton curry, delicious. Balsamic. Covers.
Serve someone in.
What?
Oh wow, nice.
Maybe it was the wrong type of gazpacho and I didn't know it.
I served someone either an undercooked or an under-chilled bowl of just the gazpacho with no toppings. And just like, well, sorry. That's your order now. Oh, banana cakes.
Everybody loves banana cake. It's the #1 cake in Tennessee. Is that where we are? I think so. It's very funky. Cake, chocolate, cake, chocolate, cake, chocolate, cake, German. I haven't had German chocolate cake in a long time. There's mutton. Cake.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Getting too chilly.
Nope. Sorry.
This is a very important chocolate cake. Cake! Oh, that banana cake. So close to burning. There you go. Have your chocolate banana cake. Get out. Oh no, there's not jambalaya. Oh, ruined.
People have no patience for your shenanigans.
There you go. There you go. Gotta get some seafood going again. People are mad. There you go. Some seafood broil. Nobody wants it anymore, but that's fine. Oh, you want it? Oh, good. There's at least 2 people that are after that seafood broil. Dismal. Dismal day.
Bronze.
Pretty good. Not terrible.
Got $1. Yeah, Tennessee slug burgers.
That one, like, person who was just kind of okay with it was where I mistook feta cheese for croutons. They're like, yeah, that's an acceptable mistake.
Not what I wanted, but, you know, no auto serve.
Feeling full, finger licking. Just 6 foods.
That's good.
Some blancmange. Boiled eggs.
Man, I haven't boiled eggs in a long time. We should do
Cinnamon
that.
buns.
Obviously got to make some Mr. Crunches. Iced Americanos. Onigiri.
Lao Lao hasn't made an appearance. It's Lao Lao. It's a menu.
There are foods on it.
All right, let's get moving.
Blancmange. Blancmange. Mr. Crunch. Try to make more blancmange.
Oh no, that espresso! Ah! It was almost donezo. Very important espresso. Oh, any more blancmange?
Oh, damn, everybody ate everything.
Manually boil eggs.
I made a lot of Mr. Crunch. And it all went. Which, to be fair,
Yeah.
it is obviously the thing to order on this menu. You can have
So you tell
boiled
me
eggs.
I can have a boiled egg or a Mr. Crunch.
You can also have Lao Lao or Onigiri.
You want to get that espresso?
Yeah, I want it. Damn. I'm gonna need 21 more boiled eggs.
Uh-oh, what's that food truck gonna do to you?
Hey, Whisk! Did you feel something?
Oh, I just underserved something.
Whatever.
My input got eaten. Yep, sorry. Sorry if you're undercooked food, sir, man.
I'm ruined.
I need 20 boiled eggs now!
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, and now I boil all the eggs. And make one more Mr. Crunch.
We rolled up to some kind of egg symposium.
It's just like a retirement facility.
It's like it's a bank.
They just all came out and they were like, boiled eggs!
Cook serve okay.
Listen, I don't need any of your robot sass today. You boil all those eggs. It's so easy. Texas traditions. Wow.
Damn, dude.
Yikes.
Alright. 9 foods. Well,
More boiled eggs.
like, that is probably true. Oh, damn. Like, okay, steak fingers, you're on. Sausages, obviously. Muffins, menudo. I guess griddled eggs, boiled eggs, biscuits and gravy, cinnamon buns.
Alright.
What's the one thing you want? Why is it breakfast sandwiches?
I think
Breakfast
it
burritos.
might be marshmallow squares. Just like marshmallow squares all day. It's a weird, junky food truck.
How dare you call these foods junky?
Day for cooking, chef.
We shoot people in Texas for that.
A little poached.
Officer Marshall won't have any of that talk.
Oops, I need more biscuits and gravy, so you can throw my biscuits and gravy out if you need another slot.
Yes, I need steak fingers.
Dump them. Dump those biscuits. 14 orders of marshmallow squares. Everyone wants steak fingers. Do this garbage with biscuits and gravy every time.
Yeah, I know.
Biscuits, gravy.
$20 steak fingers on. Muffins. Cranberry muffins and then blueberry muffins. You're making completely reasonable things.
Incoming food truck.
What do I need? I need cinnamon buns to exist here. Banana muffins downhill.
Is bran an option?
Bran is.
Yeah.
I actually think banana and nut muffins are okay. I thought the cinnamon buns I made at the last stop weren't even gonna make it.
The eggs! I got it. I got it. Nailed it. Need the other eggs.
I got it.
One banana muffin. Oh, it's gone. Biscuits. You got it. We need. Should I put the steak finger in? Muffins. All right. Those people didn't want those banana
Oh, rock
muffins.
complete. Oh, whatever.
Whoa!
Oh!
That's a perfect run.
You only need 9 foods. What 3 things do you want to make?
Bananas Foster. Gelato.
Okay.
Can I
grilled cheese?
Can I manage? No. Can I manage an all dessert menu here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, you could have hot lattes, ice cream sundaes, ice cream scoops, iced lattes, Japanese crepes, Kringle, Kheer, king cake, milkshakes.
Kringle's a solid candidate. Oh, give me pavlova. Down. Down. Left. There you go. Right. There you go. Pasta.
Okay, I guess let's see if I can do all desserts. Baklava.
On me. It's a dessert sandwich. Blanc
brownies.
mange is probably a dessert.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's pudding.
It's like some kind of pudding. I don't know if it's... I don't know how sweet it is. Corn dogs. Churros.
Kind of forgot that churros were an option.
Food truck beans.
Frozen
This
bananas.
food truck has got all desserts and then beans. Oh, no.
I think there's only a step on your end for beignets. So I think you have to shake sugar out on them. Maybe give them some dipping sauce.
You can shake some sugar out on them. Dump out some meringue. Rich coffee. Alright. Hazelnut. Oh boy. Kiwi. Alright, gelato is something else. Oh, so many. Oh no! Right as she put it in, I immediately served it.
You just got some raw bananas sitting in liquor. Oh, my brownies!
Uh-oh, this day is already down the drain. Oh no, you gotta dump it. You gotta start over. This is sad. This is not recoverable. As soon as I served that raw bananas Foster, I just...
It just went downhill immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cookies and cream. There we go. Gelato should absolutely be a 3-point item. It's absurd how many options there are. Banana gelato? What's wrong with you?
Alright, let's see. How bad is it? Rich coffee. Where are you, Rich Coffee? Rich Coffee! It was easy. Oh, frozen bananas!
Baklava.
I hear ya. Meow, indeed.
Incoming food truck.
Let's make more frozen bananas. Oh, got way too many cinnamon buns. There we go.
All this meringue.
Make some more blanc
All this
mange.
meringue. Oh boy. Oh. Sage just resubscribed to us. Thank you, Sage.
Oh, Sage!
System's lagging because of it, but it's okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, beignets. Come on, beignets!
May have been a flaw in the dessert truck plans.
Never.
You need some frozen bananas. Need some baklava. Need to foster some bananas. Oh, cinnamon. That can't possibly be a gelato flavor.
Believe me, sir. On the streets of Italy, literally everything is a gelato flavor.
Is this OSU cook food?
OSU cook food?
I don't even know what this flavor is, but we did it. Oh, red velvet.
Oh no, oh no. I don't have any cinnamon buns. Gotta cook them. Very important cinnamon buns.
Oh, deal with that.
Got up there just before it got too cold.
I gotta say, pistachio
Delightful.
would be a delightful flavor.
It is.
For gelato.
It is, believe me.
boy.
Also, a delightful flavor of cello.
Oh, brownies. Oh, no. That guy got mad about something. He was mad that he came to our dessert truck and we didn't have beans.
That's fair.
Baklava.
Okay, all the desserts are okay up here again.
Yeah. Hectic.
Well, chef, you
Yeah.
certainly...
That's true.
Yeah, Cook Serve Delicious is crazy. And believe it or not, it's the same difficulty level if you're playing it solo. You just don't have two people doing both things.
What's that deep end one? It's just one stop.
It's the end one.
Oh, okay. Gotta save it then.
Yeah, see?
Gotta save it.
Exit, last game.
Yeah.
We gotta go to Plum Crawl.
Alright.
Let's check out these new foods. What do we get? 8 foods. I haven't made I Am Grang in a long time. I've never made Senor Tacos.
Not about to start.
Babinkas are okay. Tikka masala is pretty okay.
You don't want to put churros on your truck?
Oh, I'm putting some falafel
Do
on
I have
for
to
sure.
do something with churros? Do I have to, like,
maybe.
flavor them?
There might be, like, sugar cinnamon action. Let's practice one real quick. Put on a churro.
Churro dunk.
Making our way downtown. Nope, they just go.
Sounds like churros are a prime candidate.
Should have put those on our dessert menu
Those would
yesterday.
have been vignettes. Give
Borscht?
me... Sure. Borscht, bunny chow, is just stuff that starts with the letter B. I don't know, it's just like...
Boba tea.
Don't you
Boom
dare.
bap.
Don't you dare.
More gelato practice. How about a grilled cheese? A jerk chicken.
Give me...
Zrazi.
Sure, Zarazi.
Ship pie.
Trying to do all 2-pointers. King cake. Taking a ride downtown.
We gotta go to downtown. If you go to town.
It might then be downtown.
I love making up stupid lyrics for that song. I don't know why.
Oh, that was okay.
Falafel.
Ready? We're nearly there.
Disappointingly, nowhere to get falafel in town. Could make a killing just opening a falafel stand.
Bailey.
Oh, I gotta throw... Oh, I just could put glaze on it. I was hoping I was going to throw a baby on that cake. Oh, there's a king cake. Dough, cinnamon, pecan, raisins. Throw in a baby. Roll, shape, cut. Cook that thing. Cabbage, carrots, beets. Celery, and tomato paste. Cook it!
No bay leaf. That'll ruin the plains.
That was what I just made, too. Very specific instructions.
I love watching you work, chef.
Oh, king cake!
The pastor told me not to eat babies.
Well,
Then you better stay away from king cake.
yep. I'm gonna have to disagree with your pastor's opinion. King cake, delicious from what I'm told by these people. Do you see how many smiles and stars they gave me? Oh, bunny chow. Cut that top, fill it with bunny chow. Cut that top, fill it with bunny chow. Oh!
Making some.
Chicken! Falafel! Churros!
Celery and tomato.
Duck confit. Also know where to get duck confit in town. Make a killing with your duck confit bunny chow falafel stand.
Bum, 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 bum.
We are nearing the next
Bum,
stop.
bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Sage does know that neither of us went to OSU, right? I guess he does now.
Yeah, we didn't go to OSU.
Yeah.
You were the best chef ever. Congratulations. Ready for the next
I mean, I've been to OSU.
But not apparently to their hectic food court.
Food court at Western was pretty chill.
You know, Rob is a teaching boy, that's all.
True. I've never sampled campus dining, though.
Well, let me tell you, it is subpar.
Oh, I've had campus dining in general, just not where I teach.
incoming food truck.
Our campus dining was actually pretty
Oh, no.
excellent.
I'm sorry, King Cake.
Forgot to put the baby in?
No, I served it immediately after you put the baby in.
Oh, mediocre, no baby.
No, it was 0% cooked, that's why it was mediocre. It was just a pile of dough. And a baby.
We had like big Belgian waffle makers at my university. And sometimes, oh snap, I'm out of everything. Thanks, all you hungry people. Sometimes they'd have like a little Chinese buffet thing there. A Mongolian grill, that's what I should say. Where you could like walk your own food. If you got vegetables, they cost less than meat did. So you'd cook your meat, put a layer of rice down, and then cook your vegetables and put them on top. And then you'd tell them, it's just vegetables.
Pretty good. Not terrible.
And when they weighed it, they charge you the lower rate.
Or you just wait until a student is working the cash register and they don't care.
That was also true. I had friends who had friends that worked there. And we went through with like steak and sandwiches and a pizza, and they were like $1.
My big thing when I worked in food service was they would charge people for water because you paid for the cup, not the beverage you put in the cup.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just give people a cup.
You're a monster.
Because I 0% cared about retaining my job.
Are you sure the statute of limitations is expired?
They can come after me. I graduated over 10 years ago now.
I thought you were going to talk about your PBJ experience. Peanut butter and banana? Peanut butter and banana experience.
Peanut butter and banana, yeah.
Definitely, you gotta wait for the statute of limitations on that one.
Give me corn chip
Crab
pie.
legs.
Corn chip pie.
Sizzle fajitas.
Sure.
Sausages and sauerkraut.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right, there you go.
I just ate a bunch of day-old bagels from the grocery store next door.
Delicious. We used to buy lots of day-old baked goods.
Acceptable as long as they didn't, like, just throw them out and leave them in the alley and you just, like, we're walking by and
I mean, that is also acceptable. Don't food shame him.
Oh, these bagels are totally fine.
Oh, am I supposed to be worried?
We are nearing the next stop.
Man, real glad we spent all those points on food truck attack upgrades.
Yeah.
Since that's just a constant
You're
now.
blocked. Shrimp fajitas. Oh, no. You must have got ahead of me and tried to cook some crab legs.
I did try
Well,
to cook those crab legs.
Undercooked crab legs. Very important. Freedom pie.
Too many cooks.
Not enough delicious.
Oh, those hungry people. Oh, this very important crab leg. Oh, you got it.
I got it.
I've just got all these sliced meats and tiramisu back here.
Cook, serve, delicious.
That's the name of the game. Oh, sizzle these fajitas. Let's see. Things go on here. Boom.
Unfortunately, the cats don't get to eat until we're done cooking, serving delicious things.
So they have to smell these crab legs cooking. Ooh, it's a very important corn chip pie. I'm not versed in those.
But you are versed in fajitas?
Nope. This person just matters less. They claim to be a very important person, but you know what? Not.
I mean, if I were working the register and someone said, I'm a very important person, make me X food, I would say, you are not more important than anyone else here, sir.
Excuse me. I tip handsomely.
I was not allowed to accept tips in my job, so...
I'm not allowed to accept tips at my job, but guess what?
That's because there's an ethics problem. You're a teacher.
Not at that job.
Slip you a $5 with my essay.
I have had students offer to buy me a bottle of whiskey or scotch, and I've been like, no. As much as I would love your bottle of scotch.
Someone offered me a bottle of, I think it was scotch when I was working in food service. I was like, no.
Why would you turn that down?
There are cameras. I cannot take alcohol from you.
You just negotiate a time and a place.
And I do not know you. It's very strange.
As long as it's still a sealed bottle.
I'm pretty sure you are not sober right now.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh.
The individual offering me a bottle of scotch.
Hey, brother, you want a bottle of scotch? I can hook you up with one. I was like, I wish I wasn't sober right now. Sadly.
Sage is telling you to accept the bribes from your students and then give them negative points and teach them the ways of capitalism.
It's messed up, Sage.
That kid is called an education.
I mean, I've only ever had one student offer me a bottle of scotch. Because I was talking about how when I grade,
I drink scotch.
I drink some scotch. Not a bottle of scotch, but I drink scotch. And it becomes easier and easier to grade as you drink more scotch. And it was a joke. But he was like, so can I give you a bottle of scotch so that you'll have an easier time grading? You may not.
Until after the term is over. And then, find my office.
I've only had a couple of students that I was friends with after they finished my classes.
What does that say about you?
It says that I didn't accept their friend request on Facebook. I was like, oh, you're a cool person. I'll be your friend.
You're also half my age.
Who cares? Most of my friends are like 20.
Really great work, Chef. I'm proud of you.
Now I'm wondering if that student that offered you scotch was even old enough to drink.
Probably not. On frequent occasions, I overhear students talking about drinking or smoking weed, and I'm like, you guys! I'm right here! I don't know why I'm taking the 3 points.
I mean, like, you do what you gotta do. If you just really wanna... You got a hankering for soup and JF rice.
It was more that I was, like, looking at things that you didn't have to have involvement in, which is all of these. What? What's so funny? Is Sage laughing at me?
Do you not have the access to... Oh, you can't see Sage's
No, I can't see
comments.
chat.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were, like... That's fine. Did you put... Oh, you make pretzels.
I'm making pretzels.
I'm gonna make some steaks.
I thought you would do that. Some lobsters.
Let's do fresh fish, because I tried to put that on the menu earlier.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe get a drum kit. Shish kebab.
Alright.
No, shish kebab's miserable. You don't remember that. It's the one where you have to be like, okay, I'm gonna put a pepper, a piece of meat, a mushroom.
What is the worst case scenario? People are unhappy?
Alright, you're on. You do what you want.
Cook serve disappointment.
That is true. That's what I should have titled. That's what I'm gonna title the next segment. Lasagna. It's got veggies on it.
Porterhouse.
You should have stayed in Boise.
How do you know he's from Boise?
Squash, chicken, beef, tofu. That's a drum kit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we got it. Sausage.
Oh, ruined! Why would I put the wrong type of fry in?
Beef, veggie. Everybody wanted fries all of a sudden. You need 2 pretzels stat. Oh, wow. I like turned around to put pretzels on the grill for those 2 people, and they just started screaming, and it took off.
Instant rage. Sometimes it don't be like that, but sometimes it do.
Tilapia. Enjoy your drunk fish. Drum kit. Another drum kit.
You just lost
Veggie.
all of
my
our
tilapia
tilapia-loving fans.
Tilapia is a cheap garbage fish.
Bluefin tuna.
Just like sit on this. Hey, this isn't Back to the Future 2. You are looking at the second place record holder in Back to the Future 2 now.
Oh no!
Oh, man!
No.
All those people are just
How
outraged.
angry did they get
It's
so
over.
fast?
Oh man! Yeah, I finished a run. I have completed that game one time. And if someone else wants to come and unseat my throne, they can do it.
Why did so many people get so outraged?
They wanted their food and they wanted it now.
Ready? We're nearly there.
Salmon. Thank you. Squash, squash, sausage, and I can't find peppers. There we go. Organs. If you finish a run, you will automatically take 5th. Because there are 2 runs behind me. And I would be happy to send you my notes if you wanted to. They are dummy-proof, and they are written with the idea that you're going to be bad at the game.
Is
So-
Sage hyped to start to
It's not
speed
Sage,
run?
it's Amish Car Bomb,
Oh.
who was watching me Back to the Future earlier.
Yeah.
It's, if you can get it done in 7 hours, you'll take 4th.
That's true. I'd do it, but I watched him do it, so...
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
I'm
honestly. Yeah. Yep. It is absolutely not something that anybody should choose to experience. Oh boy.
Oh, finally a meaty Romo lasagna.
So you do know that it's Back to the Future 2 and 3, right? That they're in the same game. 3 is the, like, second half of the game. You only saw 2.
Yeah, 3 you have to be a cowboy.
Yeah. They packed all that game into one NES cartridge.
It's staggering, really. I think it's generous to call it the second half of the game.
It's the second half of my run. The part 3 is so painful to play
Yeah.
that it is 2 hours to run just to get through that section, which is...
I believe it.
Technically only 1/4 of the game, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 1/5?
I believe it. It's bad.
Yeah. If you get to that point in the game, it's real clear the developers just, like, gave up by the time it gets to part 3. It's 2 movies in one game. It's the same mechanics. But worse. Somehow.
You have a hard choice.
Hmm.
4 stops of no autoserve. 8 stops of endurances.
4 stops.
8.
Absolutely 4 stops. We're doing that. Yeah.
Well, because after you do this, there's nothing left except for in-game and endurance.
That's okay.
So what you're saying is,
Yeah, that's right.
next segment is just
It's
going to be
endurance,
3
yeah.
back-to-back endurance runs?
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, you're an ass.
We're going to make it happen.
Only 8 foods, though. Okay, that's not the absolute worst thing. None of my things are going to be, like, terrible to make. What can you do?
Eggplant parm hasn't
parm
made
is
an
for sure
appearance
on.
today. Dessert shooters have not made an appearance today.
I haven't done dessert shooters in this game, I don't think. Krangle? Did Krangle make it earlier? Labster?
Kringle did not make it. Yeah, you know,
Oh,
what I would
Tomatsu.
say about Back to the Future now that I have, like, some level of expertise in the game, it's not good. It's not really redeemable. But I don't think at any point in the game it lags. And for an NES game, that's kind of impressive. There's a lot of garbage happening on the screen at pretty much all times. But I'm pretty sure that game doesn't lag. So, good job, Beam. But yeah, it does seem like many balls were dropped. The ball was dropped repeatedly. Is this me? Is this you? This is you.
Me. I picked your things over there. That Tonkatsu and
Tonkatsu has
Pringles
not made
sounded
it today,
fine.
yeah.
I think French toast is pretty easy.
And delicious.
Eh.
Whoa.
Good to see you.
Get out of my food cart.
I'm just not a big fan of bread soaked in eggs. I don't get it.
Is that on your resume, Sage?
That he knows everything about French toast?
No, something about, like, programming smoke for a horoscope app that died after.
I love watching you work, Chef.
I hope you got paid more than all of the people who worked on Back to the Future 2 and 3 put together.
Incoming food truck.
Haven't switched jobs. Well...
Now I want Tonkatsu!
You got like an extra step with Tonkatsu. Got it. Oh, gotta ice that Kringle. Oh, did I do that right? Oh! There's too much going on right now.
I mean, that's because it's no auto serve.
What'd you do? What did you do? That's right, they're just holding on to that app for the next time that horoscopes come into season. I don't know. Seems like you could release a horoscope app at any time. There is a lot happening. Well, thank you for putting a bunch of stuff on the menu that is steps on my end.
Everything is steps on this end. It's like, this is the no auto serve. That's what I was saying. That, like, 4 stops of
Got it. Okay.
this.
You're forgiven.
Let's see. Let's eat those 3 lamb chops.
We're nearly there.
And some prime rib. We'll just put all this in the fridge for later. Could have cooked just 1 piece of toast. Okay.
The French toast isn't important as you think.
Oh, dessert shooters. Moose, moose. Key lime pie. You can always tell when it's something that I never deal with, when I'm just like, wait, what? And pause and have to look at the menu.
Yep.
Oh! Lamb chops!
I assume so. I mean, I assume that this is the experience of if you are a gourmet chef and you chose to run a food truck for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, that was... How many more stops are there?
1.
Okay, well... I feel like that's going to be the last stop of the day.
Seems likely. Well, that's what I was saying, that, like, your next segment will be just a whole ton of
Well, I mean...
endurance.
That's just how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can do, like, some endurance and then go back and try to sweep through some of the things
redo
that we
some
did.
things that we got coppers on.
Yeah. Moose. Cheesecake. I definitely don't think that there is any food truck that has just, like, people calling in orders ahead of time before a
Well,
stop.
sorry, sir. This eggplant, not finished cooking.
You roll up and just, like, 40 people are there ready for their food.
Where's my prime rib?
Yeah, and they're just, like, immediately outraged when you don't cook it. Instantly. Oh, that failed. Okay, sorry. You get that.
It's the other problem. When we're both just flying down the line like this, it's real easy for one of us to hit the thing and the other to be like, wait, what happened? Why am I not...
I just had an input slip.
Why am I not cooking?
I hit, like, down too many times, so that was on me. It wasn't... It had nothing to do with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, lamb chops.
Lamb chop, I'm so sorry!
Oh, well.
Well, those people are about to be real mad about their prime rib. Yep.
Oh. Have some more prime rib just in case. Yeah, there you go.
Should have settled for lamb chops, sir.
Yeah, they were on the menu. You said, can I get the prime rib? And we said,
We're out.
Currently out. Would you prefer lamb chops? And you said, no. I'm allergic to lamb.
Yeah.
No,
Fair.
yeah.
This guy is gonna wait all day for his lamb chop.
You can keep waiting.
I got all day, sir.
I kind of miss the clock.
Yeah, in the first game.
Yeah.
Where we, like, someone would come in 2 minutes before closing and order a whole lasagna.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, alright.
Alright, you're gonna stand here for 90 minutes.
I'll do it, but
I'm not gonna be happy about it.
the rules say I have to serve you. Okay, yeah. So, next time...
Next time, you're looking at Endurance 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
At least one of them's auto-served.
Yeah. Those 8-stop ones are,
They are a tragedy.
It really wears on you. Especially if it's something like, if I only get to make, like, 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm making these 2 things all day.
Meanwhile, I have, like, 7 stations to keep full of different foods. Let's see, do we make any bucks? Oh, 17 bucks, you know what that means.
You can afford at least 1 item.
We can buy something. Let's fan vote. Fan vote.
I know what I'd pick. Ooh.
Is it Flynn the Fish?
I don't know. My vote may have changed.
Whoever this Vanna and Negs persons are. No, can't buy any of those.
That's there. That's the list.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Vanna and Negs through Donut County. What do people want?
Oh, we have 5 upgrade points, by the way.
I think we need 7.
Ooh. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference for something? there something you're pulling for?
Obviously topiary D. I lean toward hot dog stand.
Sage says hot dogs are the key to the heart.
Hmm.
And a tiny hot dog stand would be kind of adorable, even though we never make hot dogs.
Let's see where it belongs here. It belongs on, what? Why is it up there? Who would put it up in the top left corner?
Up in the rafters where no one can
No
ever
one can
see
even
it.
see the thing. Go bottom. Let's see.
Next to our little bird and our potato.
It's like equidistant-y.
Sure, if you're about symmetry. I like the idea of putting it in front of the king potato so it looks like he's running the hot dog stand.
That's...
Yep.
All right. Now, every time we have a food day, here, let's just go into a sample. Let's practice. There you go. King Potato just running his little hot dog stand next to Esteban's food truck.
Or he's lounging behind it. I'm not really sure.
Maybe he's waiting for a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that King Potato's missing on it. Slap a hot dog on that sucker.
Man. If you put a hot dog inside a baked potato, is it still what is that?
It becomes a new type of hot dog.
Is that a type of food? Has that ever been done?
It's never been done. Open a food truck. Serve it right now. You don't even have to have a truck to have a food truck right now.
Can you imagine? It's like, I want a baked potato. Slap a hot dog in it.
You just put it up on Uber Eats right now. You make them out of your damn kitchen, and you make people come pick them up.
Oh no.
You just be like, no pickup deliveries. Nobody can come over and get their potato dog.
Dog. Oh, yikes. Okay, well.
That was more Cook Serve Delicious.
Yeah.
It's out of beta. You should buy it if you like frantic cooking.
I would put an asterisk by this game and say you should only buy it if you have a friend to play it with.
That's fair.
I think that
If you want to play this solo, buy Cook Serve Delicious 1 or 2.
yeah, I was gonna say I think the first one at least was playable.
First
solo.
one was completely reasonable solo.
Yeah.
And what I played to the second one solo, I thought was perfectly reasonable too.
Um,
This one, real hard. Like
8 points.
8! Oh, that is rugged.
Not close.
I think they patched it and raised the price.
just for you. They watched your videos, went, yeah, I think this is a great couch co-op game.
Yeah, really good if you've got a friend to play it with. You both just kick back and chill.
Well, not so much chill. There'll
In
be
the
lots
early
of,
stages,
there'll be
like
lots of shouting.
the first, I'd say easily like the first 2 or 3 worlds you go through, like it's pretty relaxed. You're just kind of hanging out and making corn dogs and making churros. Out on this end, yes, customers are impatient because you don't want to buy an aroma blower to blow smells at them.
Man, that's going to be the final piece of the puzzle, isn't it? We're going to start blowing smells, and all the people are going to be very satisfied with our truck.
Real talk. If there was an aroma blower, you'd probably be less patient for your food because you'd be like, "Man, I'm so hungry! Hurry up and cook my lasagna!"
I mean, I think the idea is that their anticipation builds because they can smell what the rock is cooking. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll hang out here and spend a little extra time waiting.
That's reasonable.
I think I preferred the thing that was in the second? It was the first or second game where you had the appetizers, where their function
Yeah.
was people were like snacking on the appetizer so they'd wait longer.
I think that was the first one. It may have also been a thing in the second one, but I think it was in the first one.
Well, this boy is getting very feisty, so I think he is letting you know that he is ready for food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's just playful and he wants to attack.
I
don't think he appreciates you touching the top of his head like that.
Well, I appreciate him plopping down in my lap all the time.
Oh, well, that was another day of that.
There will be more days.
Yeah, there'll be at least 2 more days. I don't know what happens after you finish Tennessee. Because, like, the whole premise of the game is that we're driving across the country to go to a chef competition. So I assume when we finish that, we go to the competition. And it will probably be miserable and we'll just lose. That's fair. Well, anyway, have a good one. Thanks for being with us and watching this game, which is way up on my list of games.